Welcome to Unhinged, Unfiltered, and Unscripted. Today's episode is brought to you by Dirtbag Astrology and What's Your Fucking Destiny? In today's sign, we are going to learn about Leos. Leo's dates range from July 23rd to August 22nd. Their archetype is the king, the theater kid, the guy who takes karaoke way too seriously. They are a fixed sign. They are the element of fire. They are in the fifth house, which is romance, dating, hobbies, the inner child, risk-taking, creation, children, and just plain fun. And their quote is, "Stand back, it's Celine Dion time." No one makes the summer hotter, the winters colder, the forest greener, or a love hotter than a Leo. Think of a bonfire. It's the center of attention. You let it keep you warm on cold nights. Its light drives away the dark, and its flames can swallow up sad memories. The energy of Cancer is crying under the night skies, processing emotion and taking care of the home and family. When we finally get to Leo, our energy turns to having fun. We go out to enjoy our time in the sun, we fuck around, set up pranks, get blackout drunks at concerts, find romance for the night, and dive into every hedostatic urge. Leo is a fixed fire sign, and like all fixed signs, they are the embodiment of their element. Fire is an element all about spirit, inspiration, hope, faith, and although most astrologers debate this, love. Chocolate, wine, and mimosas. Leo is the epitome of glamour in life. They like to engage with the public, spend hours researching what's cool right now, love talking to strangers and asking them about their opinions on the current climate. Just like Aries, they do tend to talk about themselves a lot. However, unlike Aries, Leo is always trying to take a public's temperature, see what people are listening to, investigate where people are getting their clothes, and examine the problem everyone else is facing. The last thing a Leo wants to be seen as is ignorant or stupid. In the end, they do a lot of talking, if only so they could get a better sense of what they are actually, or at least should, care about in this world. As your resident Leo sun, the person who's writing this book, I do have to say that Leos have an ego problem. If you insult them, they will dedicate themselves to making a whole tweet post about you, although they would never directly call you out or mention you by name because that shit is undignified. Being a victim is a Cancer quality. So instead of licking their wounds and eliciting pity, Leo will just draw out the drama to be bigger and more cinematic than it probably is. Leos are prideful. They have fights with gods, not humans. If you believe in Aristotic astrology, then you must know that before coming into existence, Leos spent their past lives mastering their own emotions. They understand how undignified, petty, fleeting, superficial, and exhausting it is to let your emotions control you. Leos understand emotions clearly and they understand how to set up boundaries. And in this existence, they understand that heroes don't go around moping. Lions do not cry, they pick themselves right up and get right into business. Often, the general understanding of ego calls to mind celebrity culture and self obsessed influencers. Ego is seen as nothing more than a toxic narcissism. Those who are slaves to ego only care about themselves, destroy others who wound their pride, and always seem to be getting caught up in the grand drama of their own design. Leos get a bad reputation for being egomaniacs of this sort, tied up in their own obsession with their self-image, wanting to be adored by the crowd, but if they're guilty of anything, it is their harmless vanity. Narcissism is something rooted in deep hatred and self-loathing, but Leos understand how important the self is. They do what they can so they can love and improve themselves. They want to be radiant and shine their light to the world. One thing you must remember about Leo is that it's one of the four signs, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, that are known for being social. Leo is someone who takes all their accumulated knowledge about feelings, value, and communication and puts it towards the cultivation of self-image. Leo's existence is all about using the this wisdom to understand themselves and share the wisdom with the world. They seek for others to understand passion, to love themselves, to light up the world through their ideals. Gold and radiant, Leo's love is something so fiery and cinematic that it can rival your most romantic Hollywood movies. To get the love of the lion, you must not be afraid to audition and screen test for the leading role in the movie that is their lives. Leos are naturally drawn to people who place them firmly in the spotlight. So keep complimenting them and don't hold back. Leos love company. Nope, sorry. Leos love a corny pickup line as much as they like eating up compliments. Continuously flirting or flattering and complimenting them will always catch their attention. Don't be afraid to exaggerate. Like their doministic feline kin, Leos like to play with their food. They will poke into your life. They will ask you about the most intimate details of your world, and then they will wait until the passion is too much to pour their heart out. It's a long game. If a Leo comes after you, chances are you won't see it coming. They are naturally so bright and bubbly, their flirtatious naturally can fly under the radar. But Leos are generous above all and like to shine the spotlight on others as much as they like having it on themselves. If you're big and bold enough to catch a Leo's notice, you might find yourself, at least momentarily, the star of the show. Now, on to where's Leo's fucking destiny? Should have had it bookmarked, but we shouldn't be that far behind. There we go. So, Leo, shining bright AF. So their superpower is cocky optimism. Their kryptonite is unoccupied spotlights, and some famous ones are Jennifer Lopez, Viola Davis, and Steve Carell. Leo are pretty awesome at making life their bitch. Their vision boards are heavy on the glitter and light on the pragmatics because they basically major in dreaming big and setting bold intentions. Actually, they majored in art, and they're not embarrassed to tell you. Even if the universe wanted to ignore their intentions, demanding roars, it couldn't, because like the drunkest person on karaoke night, Leos will sing their heart's truth until you drag them off the fucking stage. With a dash of humility and self-awareness, Leos can learn to stop bossing the universe around so much, and instead of working hand in hand with it. And once they do that, nothing will stop this sunny sign from making their bright, sparkly dreams come true. Making work for Leo. Find some fucking flow. Leo's positive vibes and fun-loving energy makes them allergic to the mundane routines that the rest of us all find soothing. This fire sign needs a job with a lion's share of social interaction and heart-stopping surprises. It's up to a Leo to find their own flow, but chances are it's more of a raging water flow than a bubbling brook. No job is going to be a fucking carnival every day. So get the rush of adrenaline where you can, whether that means an extra shot of espresso in the break room or a morale-boosting flash mob to spice up that Monday morning status meeting. Manifestation moves to make. The universe is a generous lady, so don't forget to often her a fist bump every now and then. The best way to invite good energy into your life is to practice a shitload of gratitude. Nailed an interview? Respect. Got a raise? Shout out to the cosmos. If you think of yourself as the MVP of your work environment, and you know you do, then hype up your teammates too. And be sure to aim a t-shirt cannon into the cheap sheets for the die-hard supporters who always show up for you. Badass magical moves are habits to master. You may be a pro at the vision board, but your spreadsheet game could be tighter. Set aside the glitter glue, stifle that flourishing creativity for just a moment, and start making some concrete plans so you can actually become a video game voice actor or whatever it is you're reaching for. Don't just show up at the audition with a Family Guy impression and a dream. To make your goals a reality, you have to get more clear on them. Make lists, crunch numbers, and put some shit into order, lead columns until it makes sense. Shit that can help. Try to get a Leo to look away from their own face on a Zoom call. Just try. It's nearly impossible. They're natural performers with mega stage presence, and they know it. This central sign can use that showmanship to their advantage. When it comes to getting ahead at work, put bluntly, fake it till you make it. Sorry. Fake it till you fucking make it. Shut down the hole like you're the star of your own damn reality show, and soon everyone will see you for the celebrity you are. Just try not to piss people off in the process. Level up, Buttercup. Leos may be divas, but they're not so sloshes. When their passion is activated and they determine what they want, they'll tackle their goals with intensity of a fucking power washer. The trick is knowing when to dial back to something more like a mist mode or a shower mode or even a gentle rain. With a little well-timed self-control and a decent plan, there's no stopping a bold Leo from setting worthy goals that reflect their values. Then they can direct that dynamic stream of energy where it really needs to go. Manifestation moves to make. Leos are born with a sense of destiny, so they can't help but strut around the office like they deserve a promotion. And combining that swagger with tight skills and boatload of charisma is one hell of a recipe for success. But the best thing Leo can do to make sure they land the job of their dreams is to find their fucking why. Consider why you want to win that job, that promotion, or the world record for most likes on Instagram. Is it for the ego boost, or do you truly believe the next step is right for you? What goes around comes around. Often Taurus, a chair at the table instead of competing for it and help others to succeed. Badass magical habits to master. Repped by the lion for a reason, Leos are the king and queens of everything they do. But leave them alone for too long and their inner kitten comes out. That fuzzy ball of insecurities is a total mindfuck when you're on a professional quest, so don't indulge it. When you're compelled to LinkedIn all your old classmates to see who's earning more than you at 2 a.m., summon your natural courage by reciting a few affirmations of your awesomeness. Then return reassured to the business of the taking over the world during business hours. Shit that can help. Being honest and authentic isn't easy for Leo as being a showboat, but it is the key to long-term satisfaction in any career. Somewhere between that insecure inner kitten and that cocky jungle pang is Leo's true self. Figure out what you really want out of your work by daring to quit the social influences and competitive nudges that often drive you. Comparison is one of the toughest blocks for Leos to clear, but when you work through it, you can shine your energetic spotlight on what you, and you alone, want. Get that bread. Leos know they deserve the good life. They're willing to bust their asses to get it, but that doesn't mean they're always flush with cash. This impetuous sign spontaneously purchased can land Leo in debt if they're not backed up by ample savings and overseen by a Virgo's financial advisor. But Leo's favorite motto, I will, helps them manifest big bucks like a boss. When they state their I wills in customary dramatic fashion, focus on shit they really want, and put faith in the universe to deliver, fortune favors the lion. Manifestation moves to make. While the sign may be sensitive to the changing weather of their own feelings, it takes immense focus for Leos to look outside themselves and see the subtle working of the universe. But notice synchronicity is a key tool for manifestation your destiny. When you're thinking of studying glass blowing, for example, and then you pass a windshield repair shop called Master of Glass on your drive, that's synchronicity. Take the fucking hint and get that salary boosting degree, unless it really is in glass blowing because you'll truly starve. Badass magical habits to master. King of the Mountain might be Leo's game of choice, but you can't always be the best at everything. So what if you're dumbest friend is living larger than you. Focus on them isn't going to manifest you anything but the inferiority complex, and you already have several of those. Chill out and find ways to feel flush while you wait for the universe to catch up. Get the extra shot in your latte, upgrade your commercial free streaming. Hell, throw some dollar bills into a bathtub and swim in them like Scrooge McDuck if it makes you feel good. Shit that can help. Crystals. They're shiny and attention grabbing just like you, and some of them even have reflective surfaces, so you can catch a glimpse of that blowout you just splurged on. They're also just the thing for amplifying your energy and helping you manifest shit quicker. Keep a gold tiger eye in your desk drawer or stash one in your pocket to enhance your money manifestation energy. Balance it out with fluorite, which is your go-to crystal for making sensible decisions. Like fighting the urge to impulse buy a rhinestone-studded microphone for your podcast you keep meaning to start. Leo in love, lust, and friendship. Worry about yourself. Leo's natural confidence and creativity means they're up for anything, making them a fun AF friend and hell of a romantic partner. A sex toy of the month membership is definitely not out of the question with the sign, and their ability to feel all the feelings lays the groundwork for mind-blowing sex. If Leo can allow their relationships to ebb and flow without panicking or overreacting when they hit a rough patch, they can manifest fulfilling friendships and passionate partnerships. It just requires a little soul searching. Luckily, there's nothing like Leo likes better than focusing on themselves. Manifestation moves to make. Leos have all the BDE in the galaxy, and they know how to use it. But just because Leo can make someone weak at the knees with their patent smolder doesn't mean they should. Take time to slow down and reflect before you dive wholeheartedly into a new fling or a relationship. Whether that means journaling about the hot bartender instead of dancing on the bar, or taking a few deep breaths before buying that special someone a 1 week anniversary gift, reflection can stop you from spending your energy in the wrong direction. Badass magical habits to master. In any good relationship, you have to be willing to admit that you're wrong. That's hard for mere mortals, but it's absolutely grueling for this self-assured sign. Pride is the ultimate energy block for Leo. You need to learn that "I'm sorry you're mad" isn't a fucking apology. Adjust your mindset like a manifestation pro and imagine a world that does not revolve around you or your feelings. Consider a scenario in which you might be flawed or expecting too much from your fellow humans, then proceed with an open heart. Leo, misery does not love company. Wanting to wallow alone isn't a bad thing, but you need to communicate your boundaries if you're going to do manifestation people if you're going to manifest people who respect them. Once you do have someone new in your life, just be sure to post that little disclaimer somewhere early in the relationship, preferably before they get too emotionally or physically shamed but for trying to lighten your mood. Let people know to give you space when you're feeling low, especially if you're sobbing uncontrollably on the bathroom floor after cutting your own bangs, and everybody wins. Choose your own damn adventure. Leos know their worth, so it only makes sense that they set their standards sky high for anyone who dares to share their spotlight. And the universe is prepped and ready to give them everything they want. But Leo, in the moment, flight of fancy can be really fucking different from their true desires. Although figuring out what you really want takes a little bit more introspection than the outgoing side would like. Being surrounded by people who love is worth a little navel gazing. Manifestation moves to make. Look for proof in past that the universe had your back, and you'll start realizing it's got you going forward too. Thanks to Leo's razor sharp memory, you've got a recipe for former relationships. Use those to make sure you're sending your energy to the right places. How have your attitudes about love and friendship manifested real world results? Was there a time where you put yourself out there and reaped the rewards? What wouldn't you change for anything, and how did it come to you? Let those lessons from the past guide you toward your best future. Leos always want 1. The Jumbotron kissed Cam to find them. 2. The rest of your fries, even if you were going to finish them. And 3. The whole fucking fairy tale. Badass magical habits to master. Letting go and offering forgiveness is the only way to move on from the past, but Leos have a death grip on all their grudges. That's one hell of an energy fuck. Instead of TPing someone's home or planting a horse head in their bed, stuffed of course, take a few slow breaths when you feel wronged. This kind of energy cleansing is good for both you and your ex. You'll clear space for better people to come into your life and avoid having to charm any prison guard for your mirror time. Shit that can help. Leos love a partner as much as they love an audience, but learning to fly solo is the best gift this gregarious sign can give themselves. Set aside some nights without the distraction of family and friends to practice being alone without feeling totally alone. Bust out that solitaire or the knitting needles or vibrator and enjoy a party of one. By learning to enjoy your own company, you'll get a clearer picture of what you need to be happy and what you don't, and that helps the universe fill in all the blanks. Get that happy ending. Leos love a romance, and there's no story in which they're not the main character. Just because they like to take the lead doesn't mean their partner can slack off, though. This ambitious sign needs someone who's just as handy with the grand gestures. Manifesting that kind of big love may seem like an impossible task, but Leos eat impossible tasks for breakfast. You just need to take off your rose-colored glasses, especially when you're looking in the mirror, which most of the time, which is most of the time, and work through your shit. Manifestation moves to make. Once a Leo is in, they're all in. This loving sign can come on stronger than a triple shot espresso, although they prefer cappuccinos with custom foam art. When you feel yourself falling hard and you want everything to happen all at once, mindfulness is the manifestation technique for you. By taking each moment as it comes and savoring the things you love about it, you're energetically calling more of that goodness into your life. Plus, your relationship is hell of a lot less likely to burn out in the first 10 fucking minutes. Badass magical habits to master. Can Leo eviscerate any opponent with charm, wit, and an unhealthy dose of emotional manipulation? Sure. Should you? Probably not if you'd like your partner to still be speaking to you tomorrow. If this sign can manage to check their vanity and fight fair, they might make it through an argument with their relationship intact. Gratitude is the name of this game. But if you take a moment to remember why you're grateful for your partner, even if it's mid-fight, you can keep the peace and manifest more of it. Shit that can help. As open-hearted as Leo is, this sign sees nothing but red flags in the early days. They need potential friends and partners to pass the vibe check. And there's nothing wrong with that. People are fucking untrustworthy. But what starts as caution with a tinge of typical Leo insecurities can bloom into trust issues if you don't release that fearful energy. Journaling, meditating, and even exercise can help you move through those emotional blocks. Even if those trust issues are hanging on like a tourist to weighted blanket, try talking things out with a licensed counselor. Finding Leo's fucking happy. Follow your bliss. This dreamy sign is known for their lofty, some might say wildly unrealistic goals. And although their lives they told to lower their expectations, but partnering with the universe means you get access to limitless stores of magic. Shoot for the fucking moon. You can have anything you want, but Leos need to be extra careful what they wish for. Not every Hollywood blockbuster style dream of theirs is a keeper. By chipping away all the bullshit, you can focus on that high flying energy on what's really important to you. Manifestation moves to make. Leo believes you go big or go home, and the universe is all for that high vibe energy. But moving mindfully and focusing on the small things is what helps you reach your big goals. Take things one step at a time and work on listening to your intuition as you go. Meditating might be a bit too much to ask for the sign, whose idea of relaxing time is karaoke in front of a fucking crowd. But a good exercise class can help you tune into your body's signals while you sweat it out with friends. Badass magical habits to master. Leos are used to getting what they want because they're willing to do what it takes to get it. But you're not in this alone anymore. By all means, create that blinged out vision board, tailored to your true desires, of course. But then let go of how you think it has to happen. The universe plan for you probably beats the hell out of your own plan. So trust that everything's working out for the best. Instead of being super dramatic and cursing the cosmos every time you so much stub your toe. Shit that can help. With natural confidence and optimism oozing from their pores like a champagne they use to celebrate every fucking win, Leo knows what they want. It is on its way to them, but patience is not this sign's strong suit. If they could just stop admiring their blown out mane long enough to hear it, they'd realize the universe is trying to answer their calls to action, just with more subtly than they'd like. Look for cues from the cosmos that are leading you towards the life of your dreams, and you'll begin to see them all around you. Feel good as hell. Leo doesn't need much help feeling good. This sign is basically one big endorphin. Their confidence is as jacked as Zac Efron, and their feel-good energy is as exuberant as the final High School Musical dance number, but just off camera. Their insecurities are nagging at them to do more, be better, and shine brighter. If you could tell them to kindly fuck off by bursting through blocks and remembering how incredible you are and can bask in the glow of your personal spotlight in peace. Manifestation moves to make. When Leo's not gazing deeply into their own eyes, they're busy comparing themselves to every other fucking person on the planet. Stalking someone's social feeds and feeling sorry for themselves isn't productive. Instead, step into an abundant mindset like you're a method actor prepping the role of a lifetime. Again, fake it till you make it. In the process, you might even realize that you're further ahead than you thought. And that Stephanie's Insta is bullshit. She took those trips to Italy photos on a Olive Garden in Florida. Leo's favorite things: applause, online shopping, giving advice, winning, selfies, and pretending they don't need anyone while craving deep emotional connections. In the last word, before that, that has magical habits to master. You find your why, and you deserve the what. True to the trope of cowardly lion, the only thing that's holding you back is your own doubts. Emma. Badass magical habits to master. You found your why, and you deserve the what. True to the trope of the cowardly lion, and the only thing that's holding you back is your own doubt. A brave front falls along the lines of faking it till you make it, but it doesn't work if you don't clear that block first. Visualize yourself living as the person you want to be. Break out that Leo sparkle and really get into it. The more you step into that role, the more you begin to embody its clear, kick-ass energy. Shit that can help. Leos are the first to buy a round at the bar if it makes them look like a hero. And they are sure to post their biggest win all over their socials to combat feeling of self-doubt. But you can only become the best version of yourself if you're being yourself. Stop worrying about what things look like to the rest of the world and start creating the life you actually want for yourself. And when you focus on living authentically, you get clear on what you want a hell of a lot faster than when you're showing off for others. The last word. Leo was born to live the life of their dreams. There's nothing these strong, charming, capable, and tenacious lions can't accomplish when they put their passion minds to it. The trick is making sure they're focusing that live wire energy on the right shit. If they dig deep and work on being true to themselves, instead of bouncing from one shiny object to the next like a cat-nipping kitten, They can access the kind of clarity that moves metaphysical mountains. The universe might even start to wonder who's in charge here. It's you. Leo's mantra. What I seek is seeking me, obviously. And that is on Leos. So if you know a Leo in your life, make sure you send them this episode invite. I certainly will. Because one of the Leos that we all sort of know is my co-host, JJ. So though you may not be able to see the smirk I'm giving, just know my face doesn't hide it very well. And I'm definitely giving a shit-eating grin right now because she knows just as well as I know that cuts deep wounds. So until next time, keep being the awesome badass people that you are. Stay unhinged. Stay unfiltered. Definitely always unscripted. Probably should be medicated, but for now, shit, stay unmedicated.